Yo, I heard you're gonna make it in life, Asher. You too, Abel. I don't care about your brother Abel. He's not trying to make it in life. You was trying to make it. He tried to slow you down, dog. All right, we got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10. 2, 4, 6, 12. When you're grafting something, you need something that the people want to have. People have been calling for these, but I don't want to cut it back. You see the issue? I'm not going to cut this tree anymore. I already cut some scions off of these. I ain't going to cut them no more. That's what makes it more rare, is how many scions can I take from the tree willingly and not be too worried about having to hurt the tree. What tree is this, guys? Oh, I think I know what it is. It took me a long time, but I finally figured it out. Some of these things can take years, and I think I know what this is, finally. Gosh, that took a long time. Yeah, I think I know what this is. I couldn't handle it. I forgot what it was for the longest time, and now I know just what this is. I know just what that is, buddy. That took me a while, buddy. Sometimes the problem is you got to see new growth on it before you could rightly say what it is. Look at these ones. What's wrong with my tree? Why are the leaves drying up like this? Oh, I don't even know what it is, but I know what it is. You know what I mean? It's a tree that I don't know what it is, but I know what it looks like. And I was just watching to see what it turns out to be like, but I really don't know what it is. We could graft a Carlos. I think we're ready for a Carlos. The world's ready for a nice Carlos. We're going to take the top of this off, and I bet you I could pull off two nice grafts. We're going to do a Carlos, okay? We got a Carlos on deck, all right? And then let's see what else. We're going to pull off an RDP. We've been doing some RDPs, all right? Let's see what we can knock back on this tree right here, okay? We're going to take off this branch right here, all right? And then, okay, we're going to put that under our armpit, okay, all right? And then we're going to come back over to this side. We're going to take off this branch right here. We're not going to miss. No one's going to miss that branch right there, okay, all right? Put that under our armpit. Hold on, I see another branch that I could take out here. It's nice and upright and an internal branch. Okay, all right. I think we're good on scions. We're going to march. Oh, wait. Come back over to this tree. This is another RDP we can hack on. I'm grafting RDPs today, but we're looking for scions that we're not going to miss. I see a big one, internal. According to internal polling, I could take this scion over here. Ah, man, I'm just going to take it all the way back. See, it was an internal branch, and it had a nice... These right here are RDPs. We're taking RDPs right here. And I'm just taking off anything that's nice and upright that I won't miss. I'm cleaning them up. I think we're good on scions for right now. And then we did one Carlos, and the rest are RDP. We could probably throw in a Sapucaya. Let's see if we got any scions on this tree. Okay, all right, okay. Here's an internal. We're going to take an internal from a lower position. Right here. All right, that's a beautiful scion. Look at that. Okay, we're going to walk back to the vehicle. Okay, good for a guess. Okay, Shiloh, we did some already. I did some already, and some grafts are pushing. Okay. This tree, I parked my car in a hot location. I might have to actually go and get my keys and move the car because this is too hot. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the keys. Let's go get the keys and move the car, guys. Okay. Get that watermelon, that's looking good. This is a good pot, man. Okay. Let's crank this thing up and get it into some shade. Don't graft and drive.
Experts to learn about the political warfare of the past and connect it.
Who listens to this trash anymore? You know what I mean? We're back of this bed of this truck off into the shade where it won't be so hot. Right about here is where I fancy it. I'm gonna leave the keys in the ignition. Ooh, it's muddy out here. It's like that first step on the moon, boy. Look at where my foot left the imprint. One small step for man, one giant mud shit pit for nursery kind. Yeah. All right, now we got to remember what's what. Do you remember what your scions are, people? No. All right, one of these is, okay, this is RDP. This is Carlos. RDP. 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 This is Sapukaya. And we can get 2 grafts out of that at least, all right? So we got 3 different varieties we're going to put together. It's 1, 2, 3, mostly RDP. And then we got your rut stocks over here. Let me flip you around. Now that I got you, let me flip you around. There was a way I had it angled the other day, which was just beautiful. But with the way I could get the shot. That's almost it. And then back over this way. And then you get your, What international shipping coming? Not much, buddy. Not much. The COVID's got you in a stranglehold. The COVID's got you messed up, buddy. We can't do anything about that. Okay? Right now we're taking a big break from all that crazy big shipping out of here and into there. Passports and permits. We're gonna stay away from that. I really haven't been selling much scions. Yeah, what's the deal? I wish it was so much easier. Why do they do that to us, guys? Why do they hold us back? You know, you don't begin to mess with your rootstocks yet. First, you take all your scions and then you clean them up, okay? We're gonna clean up the scions and get rid of any garbage. This is what we call garbage pieces here. Some other kid would use them, but I'm not using garbage. And then we individually wrap and put them into piles, okay? And at this time, I can answer any questions you may have as an individual collector or a nurseryman about how to propagate these rare and profitable plants that come from Brazil. The whole family could be doing this. You could have the kids. I'm just kidding. These knives are dangerous. Only adult people can do this. You got to pass a fitness test. You get your grafting license. Don't delete this one. I'm going to be on the road. Thank you. All right, we'll leave it up for you. I know, I always delete the live ones because they're really poor taste. I get a little too loose and casual. Start dropping some F-bombs. The kids come on and watch it. Then it makes the news. He's a bad guy. He's gone crazy. He don't buy his fruit trees. They boycott me on the eBay. And then what do you do? What do you do? Nah, we like them. All right, dog. We're going to leave it up so everyone can blackmail me with this shit later on. You want me to look bad? That's fine. I hope drop the triple Fs. I got you, dog. I got you. We need to stop deleting them. You're the second person to request we stop deleting them. You're the second beautiful person that said, you know what? There's so many live streams that I went through and I saw. I wanted to go back and review my notes and compare them to yours. And then you went and deleted the live stream and it ruined my whole night. And the whole week I've been wanting to go through and I can't. So I'll try to stop. I'm sure the youngest one here and I'm always dropping F-bombs. See, you hear that, kids? I got Abel, a young man out of Netherlands, to start dropping F-bombs. It's that flying frickin' A fruit. And I'm influencing the children to use poor language. And I got a potty mouth that's traveled across the seas. That's not the truth, though. I mean, yes, it is, but it's not. I didn't invent it to him. But I'm sure I may have taught him a couple choice cuss words you didn't know that were pretty cool. Give me away. Sorry, guys. Who made cuss words bad? They're not bad. They're good for you. Just don't say them at school. There is no bad word. And don't you take the Lord's name in vain on my channel. I'll ban you in 2 seconds. That's the only one that gets me. Anymore. There are for intellectuals. I like that, Mac Tom. I tend to agree. It's for intellectual. I mean, I wish it was appropriate for me to drop them, but it's not. Here in the Netherlands, kid cuss. Yeah, I would imagine. You're right. Yeah, when we were kids, we just cussed because we were told not to. So I turned it up a notch. Like, if I had a chance to cuss, I would cuss. There's a certain magic to cussing, but can we stop it with that, guys? I'm gonna start a pledge here. I'm just kidding. I always make a pledge to quit cussing and then I start cussing even more the next week. So I'm just gonna pledge to keep it real and just try not to cuss every 10 seconds, every 38 seconds. Some of these scions are so small, I wonder if I mean, I could use them, but really, when you understand, you see, I'm grafting. Yeah, I know, Tyler. I'm trying. It's just more fun sometimes. You got more skill if you can go without cussing, like Sinbad, that comedian. So, what were we talking about? I'm doing these grafts right here just to replicate the RDP, not because I'm trying to get it to fruit quicker, but someone might get lucky, you hear me, and get one to fruit quickly. Like this one here's got some good size to it. These ones, not so much. There's some in here that are smaller, you know what I mean? They're just to make the tree, you know, like a seedling. But my tree hasn't fruited yet. It's very close to fruiting. Should fruit anytime now. I've seen other people's whose are the same age. Well, at least one other person with a seedling the same age. The Rosa de Pescoco. The Rosa de Pescos. Plinia Fitranta is like a long neck pink skin variety. So there's how many scions I pulled off of that. There's my scions I pulled off. You see, I didn't wrap the bottom. I only wrapped up the top because we're gonna cut through the bottom. These are some scraps here. This is a nice scrap there. Someone could have maybe used that. Scraps all on the ground. We should cook with them or line the chicken coops. So those are my RDPs. Those go into a pile. Now I have the Carlos. It's a 3-pronged. Let's see how I clean this up and make some sense out of it. I'm gonna do this. I don't know if you can see, but try to do it so you can see. Okay, so this is my main scion. I'm gonna take off these. Take it back to there. Okay, that's one scion there. That's the biggest one. Then we got these 2 others that I might be able to use. This is the littlest one. I got some small rootstocks that I can use. And then this is the medium-sized one. I see some nice buds on there too that are, it's at a good stage for grafting. I don't know if you can see that, but there's buds on there, guys. I'm trying to show you. It won't focus. Hocus pocus. There's one down there. Anyway, that's the Carlos. Some of these are hard to graft when you do these little pieces at the bottom like I did. Kind of annoying and hard to graft, even dangerous, if you will. But I find a certain pleasure in using odd pieces of scion wood. It's just something about it. You put on a funny shaped piece or something to it, it just brings me joy. Brings me joy. Anymore it does. Anymore it brings me joy. I'm gonna try to graft my tree. That's good, man. Yeah, you got limited rootstocks out there, I'd imagine. You could always have a larger tree and just try to graft on a side branch. A lot of players be doing that. A lot of G's, a lot of homies, they be just grafting on like a side branch. You understand what I'm trying to tell you? Okay. These wrapped up real nice. So I got a pile of 3 right there. There's my 3. That's for Carlos. Y'all help me remember this, take notes, all right? And then this is my last scion. This is the Sapukaya, a nice big scion. Look at that, look into that. Yo, the only Jabos here are unnamed ones. Now, yeah, I hear you, I got you, I hear you. Now, you see these side branches? I discard them. I don't want no side. I don't take no sideways turning branches. He's going sideways. You ever heard that? Don't take a sideways, all right? And I'm gonna cut it back to here because I see a little bud. Oh gosh, I'm going everywhere, guys. I'm just rattling my hands, and I cut off all these little side turds. Get rid of side turds. Side turds are bad. We don't use side turd. And then cut the top off. How many was I supposed to have? 2? Yeah, 2. This could even be cut back further. Huge. I knocked it back kind of like that. Anyway, it's not so important what the top of the sign looks like. Like, you don't, if the buds are not pushing, it's fine. You don't need to see buds pushing. Like with mango, I know people are really worried at what stage the buds are at. And even like with, you know, certain trees, the buds, the stage of where the buds are pushing or whatever matters. But with the Jabo and the Eugenia, you just cut it back to where you can't see any buds, and it's usually good. So that would be Sapukaya. We got 2 Sapukayas. 15 viewers. Those are good people, man. 15 really good people. 15 really good people who care about important things. Not no NFL, not no Cardi B and how big her implants are on that booty. You know what I mean? I like to see her shakers maybe, but that don't mean she don't look like a man in the end of it. Like one of the ones on Mari when I'm guessing who's who. That's what I'm thinking when I see her, bro. But that's all good. That's cool. Some people like that. Some people like that. That's okay. All right, y'all. The way she talks is horrible. I wish I could remember, y'all. I wish I could remember the way she sounds. But right now, I can't even remember. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Anyway. Y'all are getting me so mad, y'all. So mad. You about to make me bust out this WAP all over this. Yeah. Yeah, y'all are making me bust out this wonderful Anona planilla. This wonderful anomaly planilla, that WAP on y'all, cuz. This, my cameras, I started making fun of Cardi B and I got cursed, y'all. Let's just start with, I'm looking for something that's evenly matched to that. We'll do this Sapukaya. All right. Some of these comments I'm gonna have trouble reading while I'm actually grafting. I should show you how I'm making these cuts. It's hard to show. I think my success rate is like 10% higher if I don't have to show you how I'm cutting it. But we're gonna show you anyway. All right, this one, I could put it together like that, but I don't like it because it's a little bit like, the rootstock is so much bigger that I didn't make like a decent connection. So all I do is I come back over and I do another cut that's thinner right along the other side. And it just comes together a little better because that one I made, it was off. It was just too big, but I like that better. So the other cut, you don't even see it anymore. I just tie it right back together. I made 2 cuts and I chose the better of the 2. Does that make sense? That little trick I just did? See what I'm saying? There's still a cut over here. There's still a separate cut, but that just gets wrapped right up because I didn't like it. I made another cut on the other side that was a smaller cut because, I mean, I could have left it where it was, but I got better cambium connection with the second cut. So I just didn't like the first cut. You understand? There's a bunch of tricks you would have to see in person. And if I have time to explain it, you know how this goes. So there's this guy, Dr. Kent Hovind, and a lot of people, some people think he's crazy. He's a religious fellow. I'm not trying to talk about religion or debate it, but he had a number where he's like, listen, you want to call me and talk about this? He's like, you call me at this number. And I was like, really? I was like, he's got 170,000 subscribers. This guy's a busy man. Let's see if he picks up. Let's see if he's true to his word. And I called and he picked right up. And I was like, kind of like dumbfounded that he picked up. I was like, well, dang, Kent. I didn't realize. I think I called him Ken probably, which I didn't mean to, but I was like, well, dang, you picked right up, Kent. How you doing, man? That's impressive. And he's like, what's on your thinker, son? Get it off your mind. He wasn't like that, but he was. I was really interested. I thought it was cool that he picked up the phone like that. I could have just been like, my teeth hurt, man. What do? I don't want to go to the dentist, sir. And he would have been like, son, you need Jesus. But I don't know. I'm sure he gets a lot of like dumb prank calls and everything. But I asked him about fractals and if he had ever seen it or heard of it. And he was like, a long time ago. And I tried to explain some stuff to him that I thought about, like the fractals and everything. And he was like, okay, well, take care. He's like, oh, sounds cool, bye. But he was really, I like that he picked up the phone. Don't prank him now. Don't mess with him. He's cool. He's good people, man. Only call him if you want to talk some spiritual stuff. Ask him something, boy. He'll answer it. He's cool. Got an answer for everything. Now, maybe I don't agree with everything he says, but I like his perspective and how much faith he has. It just brings it brings it home to me. It brings it home to me. I do want to call with a better comment, but it wasn't like you had to have a question. You could call just with a comment. And I was just trying to be, I like him actually. I mean, I appreciate that guy. I'm not going to say I'm like his biggest fan, but I do appreciate a lot. Appreciate it. All I'm saying is, here's what I want to say. This one we'll get on to. Let's talk about this. If you're going to tell me something happened millions and millions or even millions or billions of years ago, well, first off, if the technology you're relying on was developed in the 40s, I mean, isn't that a little bit antiquated in itself? You're relying on carbon dating, which was developed almost 60 years ago? Isn't that a little, I mean, don't you think they're gonna rewrite the history books at some point? Or is that just me that thinks that? You know what I mean? How are you gonna say what happened billions of years ago? You weren't here. That goes for anybody, really. How are you gonna say what happened so long ago? That's a long time ago. I don't trust all these dating techniques. Yeah, I mean, but Yeah, rock layers, deep underground, right. Okay, you can tell by the rock layers. I got you. And you know, because you was there billions of years ago. Scientists told you. I get it. You got to have faith in science, I guess. I guess you got to have faith in science. Old Hillary always did. I tell you what, boy, when I was mayor, when I was governor in Arkansas, we just had so much faith. Science. Somebody got me going the other day. And I got blind leg hair and I turned and stand in the sun. And I learned a lot. Sorry, that's my favorite thing to do. My neighbors are like, is he playing those Biden reruns again? Because my mom. Oh, okay, I saw a dog killed, and I'm glad it's the jackfruit tree and not the dog. That's cool, man. That's a cool dog. And it's got blonde hair, and when it gets in the sprinkler and wet, it glistens in the sun. And it killed my mom's jackfruit tree. Anyway. Last person. I forget what I'm grafting, yo. You're making my leg hair turn blonde in the sun. Dude, when are you sending anomaly grafts to the UK? I know. When I want to do that. When they let me, man. Let me get a passport. I got to get my plants a passport. We're going to make it legal, man. They're making immigration easier. And I say that should start with planias. Or end with it, I guess. We need people before planias. People before planias, man. People. And it turn blonde in the sun. Ah. This is RDP, I believe. Yeah, I'm gonna graft up all the RDPs. And I have to put them in a group. Okay, we got RDP. And then we got a nice big one over here. Let's see if I can do that for you. This one's gonna be fun, let's see. Watch this, guys. This is one that was for the record books. It's my old special trick. You're here at the grafting table. You've only got this in your hands. You have this rootstock here, which we're gonna cut to here, okay? You got a little rootstock right here, and then you got this big old scion right here. Look at the discrepancy. Okay, see that there? I don't know if you can see that. I gotta fix that up. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Well, I'll show you what you're gonna do. First, you sanitize your blade one more time. Just sanitize it all down. Just cut it off, spray it all down. Use Vaseline on it, man. That's true. With no Vaseline, it doesn't slide into place. He's right. Get out your Vaseline. No, you take it like this and you cut it lengthwise, long down the middle, okay? Very slowly and methodically work the blade down the middle of the rootstock without going to one side, to side to side. Then keep to middle. Please don't mess up like you do last time. All right, so you split it down as low as you can, nice and long. So I made about an inch and a quarter cut, about an inch and a quarter cut. Uh-oh, low battery warning. Okay, now, this is the other part. You take a long thin cut like that, long and thin. Do it on the other side, exact opposite, long and thin. Don't cut your finger. And then you can, well, it looks kind of like that at the end. Every day I'm riding, I'm gonna make a grafting life. See how it comes together? I'm getting by something. Oh, Lordy. Trying to show you how this happens, but it's hard to film it. I'm still having to wrap it tighter and tighter, but you saw the size difference. He hooked you up with $5. Oh, he did? Thanks, Asher. I appreciate it. I missed that, dog. Every day you're riding. Thanks, dog. I should do some kind of impression that you want to hear now. Which was the... What was I supposed to do now that you gave me 5? And do some kind of dance again? I appreciate that very much, brother. You're keeping me going. You keep me going, man. That you keeping the life. That's that lifeline, man. You reaching out, bro. It's like I'm on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. I forgot the answer, and then you hit me with a lifeline, man. We need karaoke. Yeah, we'll do that. Well, you know when the holidays come up and I'm allowed to drink a little bit, I might. You know when the holidays come up, I just want to get crunk because I know everybody at home. And then I probably will have to do something like that. But you see, I'm wrapping this one a lot tighter. I do appreciate that, Asher. Every day you're riding. Thank you, bro. I feel like that homeless dude on the corner. That's like, you walk by him, he asked you just right for that handout. And you're like, dog, I'm gonna hook you up because you asked me just right. Hey, man. I'm just on here and I'm just doing these videos, man. I don't know, man. My car broke down, man. I'm not gonna lie. I need a drink. I'm just kidding around. I love the stories. Sometimes if you hit me with like a decent lie, I'm like, that was a pretty good lie. I like that one. Like, let's go with that. What did I just grab against Sapu Saya? Adam should make a Discord server where everybody can share info and sing a karaoke. No, I never give him cash. You buy him food. I give him cash sometimes. I'm like, dog, you look like you need a $30 bill. I mess up and give him the cash, like a $10 bill. One time I won like 100 on the scratch off, and I seen somebody and I was like, I know you might spend it on whatever, but here's $10. You need $10. He needed $10. I don't know what he spent it on, but he looked like a 10 would have done him well. And I gave it to him. Anyway. That's up to you what you're gonna do with your money. Cause what if you gave him food, but then he went and took the food and gave it to his friend for crack? You know what I mean? Think about it. I'm just kidding around. It is probably better to give them food. And then I will give people food. But I always feel like they feel like I'm poisoning them because I'll have like something that's like kind of like not sealed. And I'll be like, hey dude, I have this chicken wings. I just bought these and I don't want them. Do you want them? And the guy was like, yeah, I'll take it. But I felt like he felt like I was trying to hurt him maybe. I bought seeds. That's word life, guy, buddy. That's word life. That's good. That's good. That's good price. Yeah, that's a very good. Why not? I would buy it if I didn't have it. I would buy it too. I would buy it too. Yes, I would. I would buy it in a flash if I didn't have it. Why not? I need one. And then there's, think about how many people that just don't know about this. Okay, what are there? 15 people here. And then the 15 people that are here, how many of them don't know about Jabari Kaba? None of them. You guys represent the minority, all right? And so all these people can take whatever information I'm providing and give it to someone else, and they're gonna act like it's brand new, like they never heard it before. So think about how many people you could maybe be able to reach that have never even heard of a Jabari Kaba. And then you have all these other ones that are just like it, that are like Beanie Babies that you can keep telling them about. It's like a never-ending rainbow of candy, Skittles. It's an annual, exactly. They're annuals and they're growing them widely as ground cover.
And essentially what you do is you prune them back to the ground every year and get rid of all the old wood. Then they make a beautiful ground cover, which we sell for top dollar. The kids like to play in it. The dogs can pee in it and ruffle their feathers up and not get hurt, okay? It's all organic. Let me think about how else I would sell this stuff. Getting rid of all the old wood is what you want to do. You want to cut off all the old wood. Never let the old wood get too old, okay? That's how we grow them here, okay?
I've seen people at nurseries before that will spray a Roundup like in the pots of the plants. I'd be like, dang, you just sprayed Roundup in the pot of the plant. And they're like, yeah, well, it'll be all right. And it was all right. As long as you didn't get it on the leaf, the tree was fine. But I thought that was crazy. I was like, forget pulling weeds. You just let them grow up and spray them with Roundup in the pot. Find a website that sells them. You're gonna buy one. What? What are you gonna buy? Abel? What are you gonna buy again? Tell me. What are you gonna buy? Abel? What are you gonna buy? Oh, the Seed Hunter. Yes, he's got a good reputation. I believe he's got a good reputation. I think his name's like Salum. I forget his name, but he's a gentleman and a scholar. I've never heard a bad thing about him, spoken once. He used to post on to one of my groups a lot, but I think he's got his own ordeal going on. I think this is a Carlos. It's definitely a Carlos. Now we're getting confused, guys. We'll find out. That was an RDP, I think. Yeah, that was an RDP. It's not the best way to write it on there, but sometimes I get desperate. That'll last long enough. I just write it on the pot. And I think that could have been Carlos or RDP, but I wrote both on there. When it pushes out, I'll know the difference. Gosh. That can't be Carlos. That's RDP. Anyway, I'm gonna have to look at these closely. Quiet. Quiet on the set. Yeah, that ain't RDP, boy. I mean, that's RDP. That, uh-oh, everything's confused now. I gotta write RDP or Carlos on one of them. We'll get it figured out one day. That's the one thing, is make sure to label all your stuff really well, because if you're not good with this, you're gonna be so confused if you have a big collection. You better get them labeled just right. I know for a fact that this is my Carlos. I'm gonna graft that Carlos right now and get it done with. I feel like my neck's getting dull. This is the hard ones to cut, where I'd seriously sometimes just give up and go like this, because it's going to be hard to graft that knot. I'll just cut it off and do a long cut on this. Shoot. He's struggling on this, guys. Sometimes I just, you know, you hold your mouth wrong and then you struggle. Sorry, I can't read. You know what? It probably lowers my percentage of takes by filming it and trying to talk, showing off. You know, if you guys graft, you don't film it. You just do it. You don't sit there and talk while you do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. You know what I mean? That's why they tell you, don't talk about it. Just do it. And you see I'm sitting here running my mouth and making all sorts of critical errors. And then what? My trees aren't going to take, and the next guy's going to see how to do it and then take all my money. You understand? But that's fine. I get it. I get it. I'm just kidding around. But it is a little bit difficult to sit here and talk and then graft and then show it to you. I don't even do a good job of... Wait, that's Carlos. You see, I'm freaking up every way. Oh, gosh. I know that was Carlos, and I was writing RDP. A lot of room for mistakes. Lot of room for mistake. Now, this must be a Carlos. Let's graft this. I'll see by the way it cuts. That looks like an RDP maybe. Oh well. Ugh. Thank you, brother. We're almost done. I'm almost done here, guys. Almost done here. There's a couple key more little grafts to do here. This one's gonna be down real low. I'll pick out a nice big cutting there. This one's gonna be hard to do. Sorry. It's down in the dirt. Wiggling all around when I go to graft it, so I have to put it back in place. As it tightens up at the bottom, I make sure with my fingers that everything is in line. Because when you're wrapping them, they can get jostled around, okay? But that's nice and tight. I think I got 2 more to do and I'll be done. That one's down in the dirt. Over time, that graft union will disappear. You never see it. What are we calling that one? RDP? These are looking great, y'all. Y'all have been real helpful, asking all the right questions. You just walked me right through it all. You did a real good job. Probably need to clean this knife again. You know, you don't have to clean it every time, but just clean it every so often when you think it's gunked up or maybe you dropped it, you understand? And then cut your tree. Yes, why were they a little younger next season, producing 100? Yes. I think Chris did good on his grafting on this little video we did where he walked through and we had a critique. I thought he did just swell. Look at it. If you can stick it like that and it sets without tape, that's a good sign. Yes, he did, Tyler. Thank you. Yes, he did. You did very well. Yeah, he's been watching it long enough and I think he's done it already on his own, so don't let him fool you. That wasn't his first time ever, but it was his first time going under the gun and being analyzed by all of your people. So, what else can we do? Putting them together. A little extra tape on there for good measure. And then we'll say it's an RDP. RDR, RDP, RDP. Look at. All right, we got one more to do, and I'm done. This little guy here. What are you doing over there, you freak? Chicken's coming out of the woods. Chicken just came out of the woods like he lives here. See how it's standing there and no tape. No tape, y'all. Look, Ma, no tape. What's he say? Keep a spreadsheet. I know it. This is RDP. We'll write Carlos, maybe. They're really easy to tell when they push out what they are. If I have an idea of what they are, I can say. But if I don't label them at all, it gets really nasty. And then I just have to sell them for less than what they're worth. And I don't like doing that. I did it with like 2 or 3 trees last year where I couldn't tell if it was Sanford or RDP. And if you don't know, you don't sell it for what it, you know what I mean? You got to know if you're gonna sell something. So a couple of them I got mixed up where I don't know if it's Carlos or RDP. Thanks again for that 5, Playboy. Well, I know what they are when I take them, but not when I start grafting. I gotta get I'm gonna go get a decent sized rootstock for this scion I have over here. I'm looking at your comments, y'all. I've been going through it. This is what you do for a grafting living. I'm gonna put some stuff on eBay tonight. We had a great night on eBay the other night. A great night on eBay the other night. Thank y'all. Okay, we're looking for a nice big one. Oh yeah. Here we go. Oh yeah. I got on my collared shirt, y'all. These are the oldest school. The oldest school collared shirt is worth $400 if you can find on eBay sometime. But made by Flying Fox back in the early 2014 era. From what I am told on Wikipedia page, there's a lot of information about that. Now he's making video, you know, chest pinching a seal chicken. My favorite thing to do is a chest pinch. Okay, my friend. It's all going down like that. That's a hardwood there. It's a nice hardwood on that sapukaya, I tell you, hot. Wonderful. It'll come together when I pull. Yeah, I know, right? I'll take it from you if it looks ugly. They usually don't look ugly. After a little while they heal, no matter what. If it's an ugly graft, you won't be able to tell. Is what I'm trying to say. It'll take a while sometimes, but you'll never be able to tell. They heal so nice over time. But I've seen them look really ugly for a while, or look half dead. But this one I gotta wrap up real tight because it was a little wonky. Apply more pressure. When in doubt, wrap tighter. You understand? If you think it may not be good, just wrap it tighter. Yeah, and not even yeah, exactly. Yes, sir. A couple of years or less. They just kind of even out. I've seen them do it real quick. Real quick. I've got one tree that was chewed by a rat real bad, and it took like 3 years to finally come around. But I've got another one with a big old wound on it. It's fun to watch them heal over the course of like 5 years. Watching them put a wound to rest. I'll tell you what, it's very fun. This one I'm wrapping the heck out of, but it's probably good right there. I gotta write what that is. That's a sapukaya. So you write sapu. How long has this video been so far? Let's see. Well, does it say the length, but that's how long it took me to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Red crystal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. However long that took, that's how long it takes me to do 12 grafts. But I could do it even faster if you weren't looking. Now, the dark crystal, that was the movie with the Skeksis. I haven't seen of the dark crystal variety, but I like the way it sounds. That's a cool name. I like that. Dark crystal. Almost an hour. Oh, man. 12 an hour. That's like, I won't get pulled over for grafting that fast. I need to be doing 60 miles an hour. Y'all slowed me down. That's what it was. Y'all slowed me down. I'm blaming y'all. Maybe drop my hat too. Y'all slowed me down. I'm blaming y'all. Yeah. It's a mud pit. Look at it. Dinosaurs have been here thousands of years ago in this mud pit, yeah? Humans walked it at the same time, as you can see here. Even looks like a couple primates maybe at one time, yeah? Chicken, yeah. They walked the earth millions of years ago. She said, stand down, stand down, stand down.